All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to talk about Floyd Mayweather Jr., Leonard Ellerbe, Al Heyman, Shakur, Stevenson, and how I think that Shakur is at a critical point in his career, and that he very well may be and should be heading over to the PBC. Because if he doesn't see the writing on the wall, brother, I see that writing on the wall. We've seen it before with Top Rank, and Shakur had Floyd Mayweather right there. Tim Bradley right there in the locker room. Tim Bradley said Floyd is there to try to sign Shakur because his contract is running out. Shakur, you better go run up there and ask that man where's the pen and where's the paper as soon as that contract runs out. And I'm going to explain to you why it's in the track record of Top Rank. And Shakur is now, unfortunately, in the same situation as a certain other Olympic champion who was incredibly skilled, but yet a little bit of a snooze for boxing fans to watch. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, where Shakur Stevenson is now the WBC world champion at lightweight. And he became that because Devin Haney would not fight him. Threw his belt away, went up to 140. Shakur fights Edwin De Los Santos, and in a fight that we all knew Shakur was going to win, he became, or at least thought he was going to win, Shakur becomes the champion. Only problem, wow, he stunk the joint up. And he is in a situation where his contract is expiring. And if I'm Bob Arum, looking at that fight and listening to what the crowd is doing the entire fight, it is going to take my mind back to a young Cuban, well, not so young Cuban fighter that came over to the United States and put ballroom after ballroom after ballroom to sleep, despite his excellent skill. And that kid's name was and is the great Guillermo Rigondeaux. If you recall, Guillermo Rigondeaux had one of the biggest wins at 122 pounds that there has been this century. And that was in the incredible fight with the guy that at the time was considered a top 1, top 2, 3 pound for pound fighter in the world, Nonito Donaire, the Filipino Flash. My friend, shout out to Nonito Donaire, shout out to Rachel Donaire. Wish nothing but the best for you guys. Nonito was big name, exciting fighter, following up right behind Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. He was at Top Rank, beating people, looking really, really good. Then he ran into Guillermo Rigondeaux, and Guillermo Rigondeaux beats him. Kind of derails the train that Top Rank had going with Nonito Donaire. What reward did Guillermo Rigondeaux get from Bob Arum and HBO? He got blackballed. Couldn't hardly get a fight with him, and eventually they let him go. And what was the reason? Because his fights were not exciting. Because the commentators, the crowds, and everybody were booing. And that is exactly what happened to Shakur Stevenson when Shakur Stevenson fought Edwin De Los Santos. Literally from middle of round 1 all the way through round 12, chorus of boos, people complaining about there not being any action in the fight, and essentially Top Rank gets embarrassed with the performance. Now, there could be a reason why it hasn't happened a lot before, but there's definitely been times when Shakur Stevenson's fights were not the most exciting in the world. So you have Floyd Mayweather Jr., who comes in and is sitting in the locker room, and it is clear that he has been trying to develop a relationship with Shakur Stevenson, and there is Mayweather Promotions, there is the PBC. Tim Bradley says that he's looking to sign him. Floyd Mayweather is looking to sign Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, if it's possible at all, Shakur Stevenson should take that deal with the PBC as fast as he can, because it is going to be very, very difficult, I think, for him to get these big fights and all of that at Top Rank now, because they are going to be very hesitant to put any guy that they think that they can sell tickets with Shakur Stevenson, because Shakur Stevenson is 99% sure going to beat him. But you're also, if a fight breaks out, Shakur is going to break out. And you're not going to be able to say, man, what a great fight, man, what a lot of action. Even look at the fights that took place on that card where you had Navarrete fighting Conceição and De Los Santos and Shakur. And even though Emmanuel Navarrete, in my opinion, he's one of the more overrated fighters in boxing. Personally, I just think he's a tall, long dude who was able to strip himself all the way down to 122 pounds and beat up a bunch of guys that are smaller than him. And now he's at 130. He's eventually going to be at 135. The dude has been a lightweight for a while. However, he's wild swinging. He's not very technically sound. He's apparently very, very easy to hit. And he's relying on his power and awkward punches to get him there. He gets in there with Shakur Stevenson, man. Shakur Stevenson is going to beat him quite easily. However, beating him quite easily, I don't know if the fight's going to be exciting. So why would Top Rank put him in there with him just to knock off guy after guy after guy in his own, that he could be selling to Mexican fans west of the Mississippi River? He more than likely wouldn't do it. So Shakur, if he's not careful, is going to be in the Guillermo Rigondeaux situation, where the only time he's going to be able to get big fights is if he goes all the way up to 147 pounds, 147 pounds, and he's fighting guys so big that they can walk him down and walk through his punches. But I just don't see Top Rank, the way that they have operated and the way that Shakur Stevenson fights. I don't see them putting Shakur in there with Teofimo Lopez if Teofimo Lopez is still signed with them. And I don't see them promoting Shakur more than a Teofimo Lopez, because Teofimo Lopez is exciting. He's interesting outside the ring, a little quirky outside the ring, but he's interesting. Now, if you go to the PBC with Floyd Mayweather, you're probably going to get a lot of the things that Gervonta Davis is going to get. They're going to put Shakur Stevenson in there with fighters where Shakur Stevenson is going to be able to highlight his skills and draw audiences, because he will be fighting guys that are not necessarily strictly affiliated with Top Rank. And you're going to be they'll be digging dudes up out of the Dominican Republic. They'll be digging people up out of Argentina, from all kind of different places, to get in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. And Shakur Stevenson may have some very awkward, very tough situations that he'll get put in, but he'll be with people that know how to sell tickets and on cards with people where they really do know how to grow and build you, right? And you've seen this from guys, not just Gervonta, but guys like Jermell Charlo, guys like Jamal Charlo, people like David Benavidez, right? Guys like that who are able to grow their presence slowly over the course of years. You also have people that are getting fight dates over there, like Demetrius Andrade, somebody that I think is in a similar position to Shakur Stevenson, in that he's an incredible fighter, just doesn't have the most exciting style in the world. So look, man, I just think Shakur better think very carefully about re-signing with Top Rank, and wonder whether or not really, Top Rank, if they re-sign him, really going to do him right, because it's not just because of his style and the fact that there's just so much water been poured on the kid now, because he has the ability to beat anybody in boxing around his weight classes. But dude, he ain't Jaron Ennis. You know what I mean? Where Jaron, in the style like the Jaron Ennis has, where he's got all that skill, but he's going to come down there and go get you, right? Shakur has a naturally a more tentative style. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.